Hello, this is Brian Tooley from BTR. Today I'd like to talk to you about Gen V Camshafts. We spent a tremendous amount of time and money and resources on Gen V cam development. I would dare say more than everyone else in the industry combined. Probably not the smartest financial move, but we felt like it's very important to be best in market, because they say you either need to be first to market or best, and so we had no choice but to be best. So we developed the lobes in-house. We tested them on our Spintron, and we tested them on our engine dyno. So this is our Spintron. You can see we have a Gen V engine on it now. There's several versions of this. There's a 25 horsepower, 50 horsepower, 75 horsepower. This is the 75 horsepower version. And so the 75 horsepower electric motor drives a shaft. So the crankshaft is replaced with a straight shaft. There's no pistons, rods, there's no rod throws. Each cylinder is blocked off at the bottom with a plug that seals oil from the lower crankcase to the piston, and then we cut a window in the block for the laser. So the laser is focused on the valve head, which is how it tracks the motion of the valve through the RPM range. Some of our competitors only look at dyno numbers. They don't actually have a Spintron, but they're really missing the critical point with the Spintron, because it was a competitor's record-setting cam. And on our Spintron, it actually set a record for the most closing bounce we've ever seen out of a camshaft. It had 45 thousandths closing bounce. Now that type of closing bounce will pop heads off of intake valves. It'll destroy lifters. So closing bounce is very destructive. Our threshold for closing bounce is 6 thousandths. We want 6 thousandths or less. We've done our homework. The lobe development department, having the Spintron is instrumental in being able to develop lobes that had that type of stability. We were also able to make a lot more power, peak power. Now we also utilize VVT, where a lot of our competitors do not. We feel like our competitors have really missed the boat on VVT. They do not utilize VVT, they just lock out the camshafts. Unfortunately, a lot of the tuners out there say, oh, you have to lock out the camshafts. And they're really missing the boat. At lower RPMs, our cams make 20 to 30 foot-pounds more torque than our competitors' camshafts, but because we're using the VVT retard, they're also making more top-end horsepower. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into also making more top-end horsepower. You know, the cam timed events, not only the intake valve close, but obviously the overlap events, the total exhaust duration, all of that helps that camshaft make more power, more peak power. But the VVT really helps it make more mid-range low end torque. So don't forget to go get your camshaft from BTR today.